Howdy space partners, and welcome to another KSP2 video after a long break. It has been over a month since the last video. As the last video I uploaded on the 23rd of April, and since then there's been stuff happening in my life and I want to tell you about it a little bit more. So I am currently sick, so if I sound kind of weird, I'm sorry. We'll get to that later. So what's going on? If you saw my YouTube community page, you probably know I've been sick. I was actually sick twice. The first time that was... Oh, and that rover build is kind of weird. It's kind of wonky. But yeah, I got a flu or a cold. I'm not sure. I didn't go to the doctor's office. And to the second time, that was pretty much the same thing all over again. When I was finally able to battle both colds, let's call it a cold, it wasn't anything serious, but it pretty much shut me down for quite some time. I would say close to 2 weeks of not being able to do anything, which sucks, believe me, it does. And when I was barely healthy, came the time of spring break, and I wanted to visit my parents, so that's what I did. And here on screen now you're gonna see where I've been for around a week. I think that was 6 days probably. I don't remember at this point. It's a pretty nice spot, loads of nature, some work out in the yard. That was pretty much what I did, and chill a ton. So that kinda put some energy back into my body. And so after the spring break, I came back home and I did some stuff for the university because this is my last year, and I have a pretty big what do you call it, essay, kinda like an essay. It's just basically a ton of work so that I can actually pass the university, get my degree and shit. But in the middle of all that, I actually got the freaking Rona, if you can believe it. Yeah, I was down with COVID. I still am, kind of. It's not as severe as with some other people they were pretty much out of life for months at the time. But I felt powerless for a few days and I lost my sense of smell, so that kinda sucks. And the only way for me to smell anything is to inhale the smell really deep and force it into my throat. That's kind of weird, I know, but that's the only way I can actually tell what something is or what something smells like. It is really hard to explain, but like the back of your throat kind of allows me to do that. Or should I say back of my throat. And meanwhile, we've been building a man-polar base in the background. Yay! Talking about what's going on, but this is me fighting with KSP again. I couldn't test anything, I couldn't launch anything. I had to basically redo the whole thing. It looks more or less the same, I just didn't record it. But hey, that's liftoff for you. And it's in real-time speed, and it's a night lift-off, so you can enjoy all the bells and whistles and the graphics design. So at first I wanted to test the base to see if it's actually possible to land like that, if the Delta V is gonna be sufficient. We do have more than enough fuel, don't worry about that. We are going to the moon. We're gonna make it to the moon, and it's not gonna be as glitchy as I expected, but there's gonna be one severe and really annoying glitch at the end, and it has something to do with the camera. If you play KSP2, you probably know what that is, but that's gonna be for later on in the video. Because for now, we just separated our SRBs a while ago, and we're coasting full power into the orbit. Now the music is about to change, which I shouldn't tell you about, but we are going to separate both stages pretty soon. We're gonna drop that fairing, revealing our base, and it's actually gonna be looking a little bit nicer than it is now. There we go. As I said, the base design is somewhat the same, but I went for 2 aerospike engines instead of 4. It's more than sufficient to land the base, and it's actually a pretty nice landing. I'm kind of glad I actually went for 2, not 4, because I was able to pretty much do this suicide burn almost perfectly. But hey, we are in space! We can plan our escape burn and get our encounter with the man. Oh geez, it's so weird to say all of that after over a month of not recording videos. But it's good to be back. I hope you guys are gonna enjoy my content from now on. I try to do it more often, even though I have all the university stuff and my sickness and all that. It's not fun, believe me. My throat is still sore. My nose is basically clogged almost all the time. If it's not, it's so nice to breathe through nose, even though I can't smell anything. But yeah, let's get our encounter a little bit better. Yeah, we are going for the North Pole, I'm guessing, from out of my memory, because that has been recorded 6 days ago as to where we are now. And this video is gonna be uploaded on the same day as the commentary. So yeah, the 27th of May. Nice. Meanwhile, we arrived at the Mun. That's quick when you use time warp. Real life time warp. So at this point in the mission, after separating the transfer stage, I was looking for a good place to land. Yeah, I was boosting the base, prograde and retrograde a little bit to kind of correct for all the hilly stuff and all the mountains or all the craters, because I wanted to land somewhere nice, still accessible for the sun, because we use solar panels, not the RTGs, so we need solar access, if you can call it that. But hey, we got our legs deployed and our transfer stage is kind of glitching itself into some weird really elliptical orbit in there. But hey, we just started our landing burn. Looks so nice, actually. I was impressed with the graphics design of these engines. We got 400 meters to go. I was going for like 5 meters per second, pretty much, and holding, yeah, 5.5, and slowing down in the last bit. And we landed in a crater in a somewhat flat terrain. Hey, congrats to me, I guess. So we can deploy the solar panels, get our landing gear situated so the base doesn't wobble itself to death, and we can slowly begin any ground operation that we may want to do. As you saw, we have that rover underneath, and you probably noticed I changed the base core to a different landing can. That's actually better for the rover. It's more to scale. Here's our flag. Almost in real time. Yeah, it says NASA. I mean, if you want to design a flag for my space program, go ahead, let me know. We'll see what's gonna happen. These were our Kerbals. I'm gonna try to undock the rover, and I feel like it either docked itself back or it just glitched itself, because it still seems to be attached to the base, even though that's not gonna be the case after the time warp that's happening now. So we got sunlight, we got charge, and the rover is slipping away. I was hoping it's gonna stop by itself, but it stopped on one of our Kerbals. So this is me trying to get inside the rover, and the Kerbal doesn't want to jump at first, then he wants to jump really far. So I'm kind of baffled by the behavior, but eventually we're gonna be able to get in through the front by basically bumping our head into the solar panel. This is the glitch I told you about like 4 minutes ago, I believe, where the camera is attached pretty much to the base, but it's also attached to the rover, and these two things are somewhat separated, somewhat put together still. I have no idea how that works, but it's the same glitch as during liftoff. where you can't really stage anything, and this is me playing with spring strength. Don't mind me. I'm trying to make the base sit a bit more straight, which is not the case for now. So we quickly gonna inspect the rocks, which are made of something. We still can't analyze that, but that brings us to the end of the video. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little video there, even though the mission was kinda cool. It was short, but thank you again, and see you in the next one.